I'm proud of him, and I think he feels the same for me.
On Valley Sports Arizona is presented to you by for Baseball. Steve Berthew, Luis Gonzalez, Joni Jackson with you. Before we head out to LA to open up the season on Thursday. Your Diamondbacks this spring in a close competition with Brandon Pfaadt. On the road, they'll begin with 4 games at Seattle, then 3 again.
Well, there's a lot of familiar faces and some that you aren't going to see in the starting lineup.
Francona telling us before the game today that he just had another baby, C.D. Marshall Jr.
Well, you got the speedsters all out in the outfield, and then a guy, Corbin Carroll. He got to start last night in the exhibition game in center field, but
they've won 10 of their last 15 games, including a 7-6 win.
Ticking for a lot of these guys. Some of the Cleveland Indian guys are in there. They're ready to go for opening day.
We got an issue somewhere around the plate. Standing Gold Glove outfielder. What a surprise he was. Don't expect the starters to play a whole lot today. Let's get out of here safe and here.
That'll be a good test for this young D-backs team.
Nelson on the mound. The spring finale from downtown Phoenix, and there's ball 1. Little stump. Boy, Stephen Kwan, all he does is hit. This is out toward left center. Has homered 3 times this spring. Rosario led the Guardians in hits last year. Really blossomed in Cleveland after he was Josh Rojas at third. High throw, and Walker gets a.
It a little bit, but nice play by Walker to get down on that one.
Got the goal today is Will Brennan.
Boy, and that last play is a great example of why the
real issue was safety. That was the priority. It's just a safer situation. We should call them the Brenly bases now that they've decided. First season as the Guardians, the rebrand. They were the only team in the game.
Boy, and it's amazing how Tito Francona.
There's that high fastball from Diamondbacks coming up. Roof is open at Chase Field. Mario back with the Guardians after a stint in the W. That's Cam Gallagher behind the plate for the Guardians. Took that foul.
You see these catchers, man, they take right on the chin or just under the mask there.
Yeah, Cam. Josh Avenue. He's doubled 3 full. And was outstanding for Cleveland last year. Was 15-5. That's out of play.
Oh, and I think that's the
corner. Kwan in pursuit, but that's out of play. Let's take a
Brennan and Wright. Kwan's a guy, the 2022 American League Gold Glove winner, rookie.
Gallagher hangs on, and it's a good start for Cal Quantrill.
Boy, this
intermittent spring training, having participated in the World Baseball.
Boy, the game's changed. He's using the strike zone.
Right in left, long run for Kwan, and the Gold Glover. One of the rev since day one, just blistering line drive to
great numbers for spring training, and he hasn't disappointed being up here with the
out there, moving toward the right field line, and a from Chase Field. Thursday night at Dodger Stadium for the opener. It's Zach Gallen.
He's a starter. It's a tone setter. It's quite an honor, and that man for the Diamondbacks is Zach Gallen. So he's over here. How excited were you in LA?
Yeah, start opening days is definitely an honor. So pretty fun. Shared it with my family. It was a lot of fun.
You know, we saw this team make a lot of strides, more than what we saw from you. 44 1/3 scoreless last year. How can you do that again, right? But what's
many times in history, so to expect that from myself, I had a certain mentality, as I was going on. I think that's something that I could read.
How much confidence does that give you going into this game?
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of other guys that are here. So, there's always something special.
I don't know if that's a word, or one who tinkers.
I think I've made that and tinkering on things, and seeing a never-ending search of trying to when it comes to pitching.
The season started on Thursday, and as we look at the
wow, that's an impressive piece of hitting if that was fair.
A cool customer, Zach Gallen. Opening, no doubt. Gabriel Arias is hurt with 1 out.
that put away pitch to try to get him out, and he keeps
over the course of the spring and won that 5th spot. Slider felt like he got better every start this spring. Ryan was one of the first guys in line and dots of fast.
You see it down in the strike zone, down in a
time Kansas City Royal, his first year with Cleveland. 94 up and in. Hop in there. Lifted out to right field. McCarthy. Phoenix. In here for the home opener a week from Thursday. We'll be in LA. Oh, Elias. Here is Christian Walker, the first. Christian 295 with a home baseman in the National League. Not bad.
Boy, he was a true anchor of this you can think of.
And he was so critical, Gonzo, because he was Evan Longoria. So it's much more balanced lineup.
That, but last year, I mean, we can remember to rush him off the plate being that right-handed power bat.
Quantrill hustles over. What have you seen from Corbin Carroll this
season? He played, what, 30 games last year? His extra work in. And I think this guy, there's a reason the team went out and sound like a young player coming into his first season in the majors.
Just about Corbin Carroll that stands out, especially for someone who's only. So expectations are certainly high, and that's a good example right there. When
we talked about it off, primarily early in spring training, he was leading.
He's between Cactus League games. Is feeling much better right now. Came back.
You don't want to peak too early in spring. You wear those pitchers up.
And Carroll down there at first, still holding. McCarthy left center, and Quan on number 2. Youngsters, of which much is expected this year, who has had a tremendous spring, tied for the and with Carson likely to miss with that fractured. Moreno, Gonzo, suddenly finds himself on set.
Barrel to the ball every time up there. He gets hit by a pitch.
A hand at Salt River about a week ago, and miraculously anymore.
Boy, you start getting guys like that, you know.
Alec, of course. Alec for Team Mexico was in the middle of it. 8 for 29 in his Cactus.
Hawking, and there's another one up and in.
That's that.
That one just kept coming.
He's out with Nick Ahmed back this year after shoulder surgery last year. Well, Nick was hurt.
For Perdomo, 2 balls, no strikes.
At first, as you would anticipate, walked 1 and hit 2 in this inning, and he's walked in a run, and they'll get Carl Willis out to the mound.
Going with his command. Yeah, and I'm betting probably go out for defense for an inning or 2, and then maybe De Los Santos or.
Let's go. Brennan just in front of the warning track and has it. First, they take a 1-0 lead.